Let's talk about security of processing, equivalent to our protection obligation in Singapore. This is listed as second in the GDPR enforcement slides. How do organizations go about ensuring their measures are indeed adequate?
It's very rare that legislation or a law would specify the security standard. But in the case of the DPA, it was actually set in the Data Privacy Act, the minimum standards for security. Organizations must have a data protection officer. They must do vulnerability assessments. They must prepare the organizations, the technical organizational processes pertaining to security. So in the absence of a prescription, really, you talk about best practices practiced by industry. In the banking sector, there are general security practices. There's got to be a baseline, and you fall below that. That would be the measure for the regulator to assess that you are not doing enough. If you are, for example, involved in high-risk processing, especially of sensitive personal data, it's pretty much evident, right, that when you get breached, that you do not have the rudimentary security processes in place. The key word here is the appropriate level of security that was being applied. How big is your organization? What type of personal data are you processing? Even how large is your organization and your financial capacity to do that? So if you are a company that has a large revenue turnover, and you are spending so little on your security, you have to prove to the regulator that what you have applied in your organization is the appropriate security measures that need to be applied.
All right, so we're hearing the word appropriate, reasonable security measures, and we can't go wrong if we align it to security standards. You got the ISO 27701, you got the 27000 series. Mr. Bay, any comment from you?
We have published a handbook and checklists on how to guard against common types of data breaches. We have a guide on data protection practices, and all these are available on the PDPC website. Wealth of information.
Excellent. And Dr. P, Thai companies are now about to face the real prospect of being fined under the PDPA. What advice would you give for the Thai company? Yeah.
Thailand is lucky because we have our neighboring countries and elsewhere already enforcing the law. So I've come to learn that the data protection regulation, no matter where you are, is all about duty of care. You've got to ask yourself maybe three things. The first thing is, have you done your risk assessment? The second thing is, after you know your risks, then have you put technical safeguards? Number three is, have you put organization safeguards? You need to be able to present the evidence or to clear yourself that you have done enough to put up the measures at the level satisfied by law. The purpose of Article 32, the GDPR actually. If it's too detailing, then go look at the Code of Conduct in your industry, but then they have the baseline in the article.
Obviously, you're going to do DPIA, Data Protection Impact Assessment. Lynn, just your thoughts in terms of what is adequate?
Yeah, what I'm seeing in practice where European controllers are sending data to Singapore, either on a controller basis or on a controller to processor basis. Controller processor, specifically for Article 32, they're demanding various certifications. They seem to have a one-size-fits-all, highest standard possible template. What we're still waiting to see is the extent to which they're willing to negotiate on a proportionality basis, because it costs a huge amount of money to get the certifications. That's probably justifiable if it's sensitive and health data, but other times it's quite simple, straightforward, and from the Singaporean point of view, it's not worth spending much more on a certification than you're going to win through the contract. I mentioned the IMDA security certification, so we're waiting to see if that's going to be good enough. It should be, because it's proportional, it's appropriate, so we'll have to wait and see.
For more data protection resources, visit www.dpexnetwork.org, the Data Protection Excellence Network, and sign up for free as a member to have full access to all content. Do also like and follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn if you found this useful.